How you gonna make a scone out of a freaking squash? It blows my mind! Oh, man!
And I love the thought of being with you. Or maybe it's the thought of not being so alone. Hey, the second one. Who's gonna feel alone forever? I'm gonna be alone forever, but I'm getting used to the thought. And in a couple years, I really hope that this stops. Conversations from a couch haven't ever felt the same. Since you looked Dad in the eye and you told him that things are about to change. My mom was made from Adam's rib.
As you can see, I've been getting comments telling me to make a video on Hobo Johnson for a while now. This probably isn't going to go the way most of you hoped. Frank Lopes, also known by his stage name Hobo Johnson, is the frontman for Hobo Johnson and the Lovemakers. Hobo Johnson has had a very interesting rise to fame. From his style of music to his lyrics and the general feel of a Hobo Johnson music video, he's created the sharpest divide I've ever seen in a YouTube comment section. Reddit threads, Twitter fights, I've seen so many people arguing about Hobo Johnson, discussing whether he's a talentless hack who's a horrible role model for kids and teenagers, or if he's the future of music and how he's taking the necessary steps to talk about mental health in a unique way. I'm probably somewhere in the middle, actually a little closer to this side, but I'll explain why. First, some things I admire about Hobo Johnson. I watched an interview he did with Anthony Fantano, and the guy has a pretty inspiring story. He had a bit of a rough childhood, was kicked out of his house, and had to live in his car for a while. He knew he liked music, so he started playing open mics, street performing, and doing whatever he could to survive. He produced his first album, Hobo Johnson's 1994 Toyota Corolla, while living in his car. He kept making music while trying to go to school and working in a warehouse. Eventually, he dropped everything and did whatever he could to make music full-time. Fast forward about a year, and he's released a studio album called The Rise of Hobo Johnson. A live performance of his song Peach Scone has over 7 million views on YouTube, and it's only been up for a few months.
And I love the thought of being with you. Or maybe it's the thought of not being so alone.
And he's going on a North American tour this summer. Regardless of what I think of his music, going from homeless to a North American tour in the span of a couple years is pretty cool. Next, and these things are starting to get a little bit more disingenuous, I think he clearly has a lot of passion for his art. His story proves that. He's pretty vulnerable in his lyrics, which I could never be as vulnerable in my videos as he is in his songs, so good on him, I guess. He has a large devoted fan base that enjoys his music, so cool that he's making those people happy. Overall, I don't totally despise Hobo Johnson, and I don't think he's quote-unquote talentless. That being said, and this is the part where I show you my opinion and everybody's entitled to their own opinion and blah blah blah, I really don't like his music at all. It's hard for me to find anything redeeming about it. I've sat back and watched his rise to fame, seen his videos blow up, and trust me, I have tried to listen to his music on a number of occasions. The album, the singles, the videos, I've tried, and I really can't stand any part of it at all. If you want me to sum everything up so you don't have to watch the rest of the video, this account called FanArthur posted a video that perfectly, and I mean perfectly, exemplifies what I hear when I try to listen to a Hobo Johnson song.
And you say, I have a boyfriend, and I smile, and I cry, and I cry, and I smile, and I say, it's fine. But I
know that's a little mean-spirited, but if you ask me why I don't like Hobo Johnson's music, it's because that's what his music sounds like to me. The whining, the awkwardness that I think is supposed to be comedic, the creepy lyrics, which, one second, that reminds me. One time on a Fantano livestream, he was asked about Hobo Johnson, and he had this to say about his lyrics.
And it's like, dude, if you wrote any of his lyrics out, like in red crayon on a note and folded it up and put it into a girl's locker, she could probably take those lyrics and bring them to a police station and get you arrested.
I agree with that 100%. And in addition, my last video was on a singer from New Zealand named Conan Moccasin. He has a song and video where he's sitting in a bathtub singing, "I'm the man that will find you," in this crazy high-pitched voice. From my perspective, and this should definitely say something, I find Hobo Johnson to be a lot creepier than Conan. There's just something about his whole vibe that makes me so uncomfortable. I feel like he plays the victim card 100% of the time, and it's just pretty manipulative. Instead of just making a sad song or being sad and making music, it feels like he's constantly begging for attention because he's in the friend zone. It's fake deep, pretentious, and the list goes on. And when you watch his videos and listen to his music, the whole, oops, I'm quirky, I'm messing up the song during the song, isn't that so weird?
I don't care about rules.
That whole shtick gets really old quickly. Like, when I first watched the Peach Scone video, I thought, hey, that's a little different, nobody's really done that kind of thing in a while. And then I realized that every song is just a slight variation of that. I don't look at the imperfections in his music and think to myself, oh, how relatable. I hear him pausing and fumbling over his words, and I just sit there hoping that something musically coherent and appealing will be coming soon. Listen, I don't hate Hobo Johnson. He's a young kid doing what he loves, and he's risen from a bad situation, which I can really admire. And if you love his music, great. Play it in your speakers, go to one of his concerts this summer, and support the guy. I just don't like his music. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you want more videos like this. If you want to follow my social media, the links are down below. You can also donate to my Patreon, help the show, and get some cool rewards if you click the link on the screen. And I sell merch at tpublic.com/user/alfomedia. Thanks for watching, and always forward.